Yo, what's up guys? My name's Kenny D, and this video is a little UMG that we played against this team. They're pretty good. I'm recording this Friday morning, so if I sound a little bit tired, that's why. Right now we're in the ladder. I think we were like 14th or something, but the season resets. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but still, you know. We were hyped about it when we saw it, but either way, we beat these guys. It was a lot closer than it should have been. You know, you play those teams where you outslay them, but they almost beat you. Kind of like that. And I made a pretty good amount of stupid plays. I'm using the VMP with quick draw, grip, and long barrel with the Swindler camo. Now this thing is so awesome. I love it so much. I mean, really, you can ask anybody that plays with me. I talk about this camo all the time because I love it. Like, it's the first camo, black market camo I've gotten on the VMP, and it's the first live camo I've gotten even. So yeah, I mean, you know, I've waited a while. Like, I hit prestige like 6, and then I fresh started, and then now I'm like prestige. Like, I mean, I'm not prestige. I'm like level 55 or whatever, but I haven't prestige or whatever. So, all right, so let's get into the video. So this video is going to be my top 5 pet peeves. Now, if you don't know what a pet peeve is, usually, like, I don't know the exact definition, but usually from what I hear it of a lot of times, it's stuff that irritates you, like stuff that really gets on your nerves. Number 1 is unsharpened pencils and like markers on boards. Just that sound, I'm cringing right now thinking of it. Like, you know how you have like a regular pencil like that you have to sharpen, and it's like not all the way sharpened, it's not got that sharp point. It makes that weird like dragging sound. Oh goodness, I don't like that at all. I don't like that. Sorry, my phone was going off, but like, I hate that so much. And with markers too, writing markers on boards, and I'm so glad I've never had to hear that whole take your fingernails down the chalkboard. That would be horrible. Alright, one more thing that kind of goes in this category, but we'll make it number 2. It's like chewing with your mouth open, especially gum and chips. And then I guess it could also go in that category, chewing in your mic. Oh man, hurts my ear so much. I'm not gonna say I've never done any of that, because I have. You know, everybody has done it sometime in their life, but it's kind of like, you know, I mean, I try not to do it now. I'll catch myself sometimes doing it. I'm like, why am I doing that? That's so irritating, you know. Third one is liars. I mean, this, I'm sure 95% of y'all know a compulsive liar, or a liar in general that lies a lot. And I get to that point where you can't trust somebody, and I like trusting people a lot. I'm really gullible, so I mean, that kind of plays into that. The next one that I guess I could put is, this would be number 3. Well, number 4 actually. Ooh, I'm moving along pretty quick, huh? The fourth one I guess would be like racists and people who stereotype other people. Like, I mean, everybody stereotypes, but it's kind of like, you know, you only go by that, and you think that this person can't be any better because they are blah blah blah. You know, and I'll go into games, and there'll be people like shouting the N-word and shouting cracker and other racial slang. I don't know them off the top of my head, but you know, I mean, it's kind of like, really, that's what you get amusement out of? Like, really? And also, you know, like the stereotyping thing, especially where I'm from, you get a lot. Oh, you're from Kentucky, you like to fornicate with your cousins, huh? It's like, what? Where did you get that idea? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I've never heard of anyone doing that around here. But, you know, it's either way. Okay, so my 5th and final pet peeve. This is probably my biggest one, even though these aren't in any specific order. But this one, if I had to put them in order, this would be the first one. It's people who try and discredit another person's beliefs or religion. Like, okay, if you didn't know, I'm a Christian. Okay, I like to think of myself as a really, really devout Christian without trying to sound boastful. But whenever someone tries to discredit my religion, which I understand kind of, you know, you want people to think the way you do, because I used to be a non-believer. There's a long story behind that, but I won't get into that. But you know, people want other people to think as they do. Well, that's not going to happen all the time. Okay, not many people are going to agree with you a lot of times. And sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. But I believe without a shadow of a doubt that Jesus is my Savior and He was sent by God as His Son in man form, okay? So, I mean, I could go more in depth than that, but that's the basis. I'm sure you all have heard of Christianity. I'm sure you know the little basis of the religion, you know? So, people that do that, I mean, and it's like people try and use science to say that Christianity doesn't make sense or something. Oh, look at this guy. This guy doesn't make sense. Speaking of doesn't make sense, what are you doing? I planted the bomb at A and he goes around like that. Like, what? But, I think I just saw him right there as I jumped through the window, but I made the stupidest play right here. I planted it so that he could see it from this little spot at the quad wall, and then I wasn't thinking, like, oh, I'll have to watch it much more. And this guy just picks it up and defuses. I'm like, oh, crap. But, so we collected ourselves. I don't want to spoil anything either, but when people use science to discredit Christianity especially, like, it never says anywhere in the Bible that how God created the universe, okay? I feel like science is man's way of comprehending to an extent God's works and how God does stuff. And you think about it, for science is hard for about 95% of people. Really, probably more than that. And whenever I say it's hard, I'm saying whenever you first hear something, it's hard to grasp. You have to hear it again, or you have to study it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why. I think because man can't comprehend how amazing God is fully. So yeah, that's really big. And I guess one thing I could say, I mean, I don't want people to think that I dislike people because I love people with all my heart. It's just that I don't like some of the things people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love people, but there's certain things people do that kind of aggravate me. And right here I get my Guardian. That would have came in clutch if I ever got to use it. Also, you have people, who try their hardest, and then they make little mistakes. I mean, if you do one of these things one or two times, I'm not going to say, oh, he's an awful person. It's not that. It's just that somebody who does this a lot, it kind of irritates me, I mean, because I'm open to anyone having beliefs. That's one of my core values is, freedom of beliefs and freedom of, your own personal beliefs is really big. Because I feel like that's what makes a country free. It's free beliefs and free, I guess, expression of those beliefs, right? To an extent. I mean, some things you shouldn't be able to express, but either way. I'm getting an Elgato today. It said by 8 p.m. is whenever it's supposed to come in at 3, but it says by 8 p.m. today, so that will be dope. I mean, this video might be up a little bit before that, might be up after then, I don't know. Either way, I'm planning on doing a little, like, actual GB and UMG video, like, kind of like an actual gameplay with us talking and communicating. But I don't really know yet. It's likely going to be that, but I don't want to seem like I'm copying other people. Also, if you wouldn't mind to leave a like and comment and subscribe, especially since I have all my streaks, leave a like for that. And I didn't even get to use any of them because Milk just goes off like he does every game.